Yeah, 2 hours ago, the official PSO2 Twitter made a tweet announcement stating we're excited to confirm that PSO2 New Genesis will be launching this June. This and so much more was confirmed as part of our Prologue 3 live stream early this morning. June 2021, that is literally just 2 months from now, and this is not just specifically Japan, this is a global release simultaneously. Now, they did not go on to note specifically when during June, so that is worth noting. Now, disregarding the announcement that the game is globally releasing in June, I do want to note 2 different things. The first one is that the closed beta pre-registration for the game is currently ongoing. You can pre-register via their website right now and participate in the closed beta, which is actually going to take place on May 14th at 6 p.m. PDT. That's Pacific Daylight Time, and it will last until the 16th of May at 7 p.m. Okay, I kind of feel a little bit stupid here for not having included this in the video, but after talking with MRSSSTIX, it turns out we have been supposedly accepted into the closed beta. So with that in mind, during the closed beta, we are going to be streaming this over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MMOBite. You guys are more than welcome to come on over, take a look at the beta, see if it's something you might be interested in playing when it inevitably launches. We hope to see you guys there. And yeah, now on their website, they have a small little FAQ pertaining to what the closed beta is going to be about. They go on to state that they're going to be testing the overall fundamental game system, such as character actions, combat, enemies, and quest development. They're going to be stress testing their servers because that is very important. If you guys recall when PSO2 launched globally on the Microsoft Store, it was an absolute nightmare getting into it. But since we are discussing the initial launch, that is bringing me to the second thing I want to talk about. Now, I am incredibly excited for New Genesis. I have done multiple videos on this game. I think since Blue Protocol is technically not going to release in North America and Europe until 2022, since its Japanese release will be in 2021, I feel like if Tower of Fantasy does not live up to our expectations, or Tower of Fantasy only launches within China as opposed to globally, then PSO2 New Genesis is by far easily going to hold the crown for the best anime MMORPG of 2021 until there is a worthy competitor in the form of Tower of Fantasy or Blue Protocol. But while I do think that this is going to be an absolutely incredible game, I do want to note, now unless this information has been changed in the last few days, then the PSO2 website went on to state that the game, New Genesis specifically, is going to remain a Microsoft Store exclusive initially. They don't have a Steam date scheduled. They did go on to reveal that there will be a Steam release somewhere down the line, but if PSO2 is anything to base this off of, then it'll probably be released several months after it fails to garner much attention on the Microsoft Store. Because if you guys recall, the Microsoft Store was an absolutely atrocious experience. I mean, you could just literally Google and search Reddit, search their forums, search any social media platform, any type of forum, and you'll find hundreds, if not thousands, of threads pertaining to how terrible of an experience just installing and getting into PSO2 was. Not to mention the lag, not to mention the FPS issues, and just, man, that experience was something else. And having your game constantly uninstall itself and having to re-download that enormous game repeatedly whenever you wanted to play it. Yeah, I am going to hopefully be participating in this closed beta test. I am hopefully going to be participating in the launch of the game, but at the same time, I really don't want to. Not because I'm not interested in the game, because I think this game is going to be incredible. This is more just because I don't want to play it through the Microsoft Store. Like, that is just such a garbage platform. Now, this is going to release on PC for the Microsoft Store and via Steam and the, I don't know, maybe the Epic Games Launcher or store, whatever the Epic Games Store is called at one point, and it will be launching onto the Xbox as well. But I'm not really sure if I'm gonna dedicate much time to it until it launches onto Steam. I know that a lot of you guys are going to have roughly the same opinion because although it may potentially be an amazing game, if you can't play it, then I mean, what's the point? Now, PSO2 New Genesis is going to be a drastic alteration to PSO2, where PSO2 was traditionally a very small, very linear, very instanced MMO, or hub MMO rather, as everything took place from the space station. You would take missions, you would deploy yourself and go down into small little linear areas. You'd have a party size of what, 4 or 5 people, and then you'd run the mission, complete the mission, go back to your ship. New Genesis is completely different. It is a departure from the norm. This game is a game that is much more open world. Like, the zones you can see, what you can reach, what you can do is just so different, so much more expansive and elaborative. The combat has been drastically overhauled from a game that utilized a good combat system to a game that is going to utilize a great combat system. Graphically, this is probably the best looking anime MMO currently available. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to remain as such, but it is definitely the best looking one that we will or do have access to currently. And before we go ahead and end this video, I do want to note that they are going to be releasing what they're referring to as the PSO2 New Genesis benchmark software. For those of you that have played Final Fantasy XIV, whenever they go ahead and release an expansion, they release a benchmark as well. They allow you to create a new character or create a class or customize in the character creator, get a feel for what's new. This is pretty much the same thing, according to them. Prior to PSO2 New Genesis's launch, a benchmark called PSO2 New Genesis Character Creator for Windows PC will be released in late May 2021 for Japan and for global. The character data created and saved in PSO2 New Genesis's character creator can be used in PSO2 New Genesis. You can enjoy creating your character to the fullest prior to the official launch. So in essence, if you didn't understand that, you're going to be able to download this benchmark software. You're going to be able to create your character prior to the game launching. You can customize it however you want. You can make as many characters as you want, and when the game officially launches in June, you can export that character over to New Genesis and begin the game right away. For people that take a lot of time customizing a character, like Mrs. STIX is an example, this is probably going to be of benefit to her, because now she can go ahead and spend time creating 5, 10, 20 different characters, and when the game ultimately launches, she'll be able to decide which one she wants to go with. Now, they do go on to state that you need an operating system of Windows 8.1 or Windows 10, so nothing prior to those will be supported, at least according to the image. And there we have it, a confirmation that PSO2 New Genesis is launching in June 2021. We have a closed beta that's going to take place in the next couple weeks in anticipation for its launch. And you're going to be able to download the benchmark, get into the game, and start creating it in advance. So when the game launches, you'll have that initial head start. Or if you just want to mess around with a really cute anime character creator. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. Let me know what you guys think of all of this information, because there is a ton of it here down in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys next time.
Peace.